Appreciate everybody for tuning in to the nation. Really do. This is going to be another film. Um, if you are the faint in heart, if you just don't want to be able to see what's going on with this particular offense as it relates to Ezekiel Elliott running the ball, the offensive line, and the struggles that we had against the last playoff game. Remember, you're only known by your last film. So we're going to pull up this film. I know it's not a favorable film, but we're going to have to pull up everything we can see to help better this team. And sometimes it's the cold, hard reality. And that's just how it goes when you're looking at film. You got to dissect everything. So what it was a couple of days ago, we did the all 22, the defensive tackle situation where it's what we need help inside. Now we're finna do the reverse film. Now we're going to look at how our offense performed out there on the film. This is just raw. It is not nothing that's edited or anything of that nature. This will be all of the Dallas Cowboys run. So it's one of those things, guys. So let's go all the way back to the beginning, and we're going to play this clip, and I'm going to show you. Remember what I said. Remember this, Cowboy Nation. The LOS, that's the line of scrimmage, and this is an imaginary line that wraps all the way around the world. That line is what you have to protect. You want to, as an offensive side of the ball, the NFL been the same since the existence. 11 versus 11. Now you will have your box, and of course we already know that they love to load the box. So we're going to look at the Dallas Cowboys offensive front, who got their butt whooped, and the reason why, and things of that nature. Let's go. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. We're going to hit play, the motion. That's number 13. So we already know from this setup and this lineman that it's going to be a run play, especially when they motion him into that side of the field, because they rarely motion, and he rarely plays on that side of the field, actually. So this could be a benefit for us down the line. Hat on hat, we see number 49 was able to get there. This is the thing. This guy broke free, and the pressure is gone. That's what we're looking at, guys. We are looking at this imaginary line, and we're going to see who can get home, who can beat that line. We get there, that wall. It's like trying to push a brick wall down, right? It's crazy in a sense, because we can look at it from here. We can see that the penetration was there. Was really no holes or nothing to gap through or be able to snake through and get that first down or even get any positive yards from here. Cowboys do this a lot. We pass and we run out of this formation. A lot of times when you have a younger quarterback, you want to spread everything out so that you can see the throwing lane, so you can have a better presence of where the blitz is coming from. That's what you do a lot when you are in this particular look. But the Cowboys love to run out of this set, and there's really nothing wrong with it, but we rarely get yards. But off of pure talent alone, these guys whooped everybody but on that line. Remember, you're not getting a lot of depth with this particular package, and we already know these guys shot the gap. They was able to get through there and get to the runner. Connor Williams is a good player. This is from Jonathan Cook. Appreciate you for tuning in. Big D, shout out to you as well on the YouTube. That's pure Ezekiel Elliott talent right here. Watch how he was able to find the crease. We got the 12 personnel right here. Of course, that's big number 80. That's Rico Suave. And this will be the other guy, I think Schultz. He's going to find that crease side right here. Number 71 is the right tackle, and he's going to get home. I think he got 5.5 yards carry. Look at that. That's what you want. You want to have those hands inside and push your guy back. And these are one of the battles that we actually won in the first quarter. It was a fourth down play as well. So they was able to get that, guys. That was a fourth down play. That was a good play by. But let me show you guys the explosiveness and the get off on the ball. We saw this on the previous play with the previous film, but this is going to give you guys a different point of view of it. Watch how the LA Rams explode and push all their guys back, and big number 35, bowling ball with legs. He's going to find that crease spot and get right here with that run. Watch. Calvin Wilson, appreciate you for tuning in. He said, look at Rico. Yeah, Rico was nasty on that run. Explode, get off the ball. Huh. Young DBs. What young DBs? I want you guys to do this. Be the aggressor. Be the aggressor. I want him to explode upfield and hit this guy and make him pay for running up the field like that. Don't allow your target to hit you, because a lot of times, if he was capable enough, he could have spent out of there and ran it all the way in. These 1-2 combinations right here, they're supposed to explode down and crash down on this run, but they're gonna pay for it. He gonna take the wheel out of them. Finish the run. That's what you want to see. Finish the run. All right, so this is from another angle here. And of course, this is the opposite side. I'm going to show you guys explode. And let me show you what depth can do as well. Push this back. We're going to watch this one more time from this angle. You're going to see him stand up. You're going to see 51, too light inside. They're going to push, and they're going to part the C right here, and it's going to be a crease. There's going to be a blocker to get his hands on the linebacker as well. Hands on the linebacker, pushed him out of the way. Bam! Being the aggressor on that run. So we flip over to my Cowboys, and we're going to look at how we run the rock. We're going to look at how we explode off the LOS. We're going to look at how we are attacking the Sues of the world, the big number 99, and also this guy number 90. What's his number? Number 90. He was able to get home, and number 50. Those guys played well together, and they pursued, crashed upfield, explode, pushed that pocket back, and there's just really nothing for Ezekiel Elliott to do off of that play. These guys blew us off the ball, regardless of how you look at it. Number 99 and number 93 and number 90 and number 50. They all played one hell of a game against the Cowboys in the playoff. I'm just going to flip back over to show you guys how to blow off the ball and how they was able to just push us and bully us all night. Push everybody back. Those yards are just too easy for to come by, and I just wish that we played and matched that same temperament, that same energy, but we didn't. We were not able to match that intensity, and they was able to get upfield. Now, going back to the Cowboys film, we're going to look right here. When was he contacted? Ezekiel Elliott, off of pure, sheer talent, got you 3.5 yards off of dirty yards right here, off of this run. We're going to look right inside. Number 93 is double. Number 58 is picked up. Good run by Ezekiel Elliott, finding a soft spot. This is another fantastic run. They're going to do a counter. They're going to spring out wide on this play. You're going to see Ezekiel Elliott have the patience enough to bounce the ball on the outside. Bounce, kick outside, crease, catch the edge, get the first down, and then he's going to get the double spoons out. That was a good play, good run by Ezekiel Elliott. Thank you, Calvin. Appreciate you for letting people know to hit that like button. Appreciate it. Bounce outside. That was a one-win victory by number 73. He was able to push that thing back and create that space for us, and we appreciate it. All right, so look, guys in the backfield, bouncing to the outside. That's what I like to see from Ezekiel Elliott, finding the soft spot. We caught him in a pass pro defense. Look at the spacing in the zones. With Ezekiel Elliott, when he get that box not compressed enough, he will eat you alive. And that's what we want to see more of, this type of defensive presence out there against the opposition to spread this thing out. And what happened here, Ezekiel Elliott was able to find that soft spot, hit his feet, crash upfield. It looks like some dirty yards there. It's 5.5 yards off of that run. Nice run. But this is what happens when you tired and everything wings on you. You fool around and not able to get to that edge. These guys explosive. They flew out to the ball, and they did that. They stopped us right in the gaps, in the gaps of everything. And it's just one of those things, whereas we talk about the battle, right? We talk about the war in the trenches and how you can penetrate and get upfield. They was doing that time and time again. And we're going to show you guys some more of these plays right here. Shotgun formation. Just count the times that we ran out of that package and look at the LOS. Remember, that's where the battle was won at, right? And down in the trenches. And we're going to show you guys, break free, Number 70 let his man go. Now, 9 times out of 10, when you fighting, when you playing against number 99, we already know that it's not how many times you're going to lose. It's when you're going to lose that battle. And I can say this right here. We already know that number 70 is a dog. We know number 70 is a dog, but number 99 is a beast. Beast versus dog. Dog versus beast. There's going to be some clowing, there's going to be some fighting, and there's going to be some penetration going on both sides of the field. But 9 times out of 10, this number 99 kid, he's going to find a way to beat you, and he's going to break loose, disengage, hands inside. You want to see that penetration. 73 is looking for some work. 71, he got his containment right here. Ezekiel Elliott looking at everything, saying, okay, maybe I can bounce and squeeze through his hole right here or kick it out into the outside. But watch what happened. 70 is going to get, number 99 is going to break free. Penetration. LOS, pushing the pocket back. No matter what you can do in these treacherous water, these treacherous situations, look how they collapse. I don't care who you are, what type of running back you are able to do, you can't beat that. Everybody's going to break free. Get off my man. 93. It was just no matchup, man. You're talking about Sue versus I'm about to say Lyle, but you're talking about Sue versus a number 73. Shed, power, disengage, able to squeeze through here, attack, approach. Number 52, he's not even going to be able to hit anyone. 70, he's not going to be able to hit anyone before these guys are able to crease this spot right here, shoot these gaps right there, and get to the runner. Shoot. No penetration. You win these games in the trenches, right? All right, so this is a 4th down play. Now, the reason why they was able to get this 4th down play, they spread this field out. Where's the strength for the LA Rams? The strength for the LA Rams is right here at the inside. They actually motion number 49, which is the fullback, all the way out. These linebackers still have to be responsible enough to still take account of this number 49. He can catch out of the backfield. They playing off-man coverage here. They got the single high deep, and this is a toss play. So 9 times out of 10, everybody's accounted for inside. This is the only, I guess what you can say in this particular defensive deal, is the only guy responsible to either take away the quarterback or take away the running back. So he hesitated, and that's all you need is an inch, and Ezekiel Elliott can take it for a mile. This is a 4th and 1 play. Clever play. Catches the ball, move it to the outside, and just create that type of leverage so that he can get that first down. And he dies for the first down. We already know Ezekiel Elliott, he can smell that first down. He'll die for it. See that responsibility for this linebacker here? He was just in the no man's land. Good pickup block from number 13 on the outside on the DB. So this is another thing. Able to score as well and inside. Ezekiel Elliott finding the nose. Remember, I'm telling you guys, he can sniff the red zone, money zone, green zone. That's Ezekiel Elliott. That's why he racked up so many touchdowns in his whole entire career. Even from high school, college, the guy just can find a nose for the end zone, and that's what he's able to do. But even in this, number 73 got walked back, boy. Them boys was coming. And they went for 2, I believe, and he was still able to get that as well. That's Zeke. That's Zeke. That's all Zeke right there, even though most of the guys were still able to get penetration. All right, so let's look at this play. They motion number 49 into the inside. This is like an off-eye formation. Put the ball in Ezekiel Elliott's hand. Remember that LOS. It's a 2.5 carries. The problem was all night is that the penetration. We could not beat that them penetrating. And the second level was able to step up, fill those gaps so quick. Those holes cleared up real quick. And those one of the issues that we've been having, especially against teams that's fast. They can create that pressure into the inside. And it just, see, this is a butt whooping from number 52. He was put in a very hard situation. The run design is to the right. Now, 77 don't have a man shading at all on his side. So one can argue that 77, number 99, is his responsibility. But no, anything when you playing left tackle, anything from this side on the field, you're responsible for. Anything for this 26, if he was to do like a twist done up to his side. But what 52, he goes look for work. He's looking for this particular linebacker or this particular guy that's playing as linebacker coming down into the box. That could be the actual safety. The problem is when you have a guy that with that type of skill set, coach would say, hey, just get in front of him. Don't let him run free. Trust me. Coach probably told him, don't let him run free. Put a contact on him. Put some type of power. Just stand in the way. Do not let this guy get a free release. He's quick. He's fast. One can argue and say that, hey, hell, he's already in the Hall of Fame or what have you. He could play from this deal, playing on the field. I'm talking about Aaron Donald. You just don't let him just run free, gobble. You know what I mean? So let's rewind. Let's look at this play from another angle. Just let him run free. You get your quarterback killed this way. You get your running back killed this way. You get Tupac killed this way. You get Biggie killed this way. You got to have some protection, man. That's pressure. I can pull up all of the film to show you guys that we didn't have a guy on our side of the field to break free like that. That's gobble. That's penetration. That's getting up, making the running back pay. So that was a horrible situation. This was a fourth down play that was heard all around the world. Now remember, it's all condensed right here inside, meaning that this team is built to stop any run, to stuff any run inside. We saw all game long that we were not able to penetrate inside. So this is the 4th and 1 play. You got your 12 personnel out. You got Big Rico. You move him inside. You move this guy out. I think that's number 85, Noah Brown. And you power run not to the strong side. You can power run to the weak side. And we're going to see that there was this wall. These guys, these boys in all white, my Cowboys, my beloved Cowboys, get no pressure at all. They get no penetration at all. They don't move this LOS, this imaginary line. It does not even budge because these boys right here, they be eating their meats and they be eating their potatoes. Let's listen. Boom. And then they snatched the ball away. Luckily, the official blew the whistle. That's how you stop. That's how you play. The game is won down in the trenches. And one can argue that this was the staple piece of the game. This was everything. This is what you live for in the National Football League. But let's look at it. We know number 52 and 77 is right here. We see the guys crashing off the edge. This is number 93. This is number 99. So the pressure is showing. If I'm a guy and I'm coaching pee-wee football, high school football, middle school football, college football, I make sure, even if I'm first year coach, I know for sure if it's 4th and 1, if it's 4th and I need to get that first down, I know for sure I'm not running nowhere near number 99 nor number 93. I'm telling you, we're just going to be real with it. We're not going to run nowhere near there. Number 70 slips. We already understood what happened in that situation. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to try to crease the edge. I'm going to be trying to see if I can push this ball all the way out to the outer edges of things to see if I can squeeze that first down. So this was the telling moment. Yes, it was 4th down, and we went for it on 4th and 1. But this is the telling moment. It was still 4th quarter, 14 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. One can argue that as much as it seems like the Rams were just kicking our you-know-what, Cowboys Nation, we still in this game. 15-23. You got tons of time left on the clock. This is a horrible stat right here, 47 yards to 210 yards. That's a horrible stat, but we are still collectively into the mix. Technically, you can look at it from here and we can see that from there that this Cowboys team is still in the mix. They go down and score this thing, they can bring everything back. Everything is not lost, and it's just crashing upfield. Cowboys are just getting butt whooped as it relates to the run. Now, were we passing the ball? Yes. Were we running well? No, we were not. These guys was able to shoot the gaps and stop the run on our end. And, of course, we already know what happened on this play. Dak Prescott finally ran the ball. Spread this thing out. I think that the Cowboys have a threat enough. So if they were able to utilize Dak's legs a little bit more, they would have kept them big boys inside in the horrible situations. And I think that would have been a better suit to get out, to get those 8-9 man fronts a little bit decompressed. And Cowboys, they were able to push this ball down the field. They countered this play as a run. I don't know why, but I guess it was a backward pass or what have you. They countered this as a run. But watch how they have the fortitude and the will to come back. This team got a lot of resiliency. They don't fold up like lawn chairs. My Cowboys, we have a lot of resiliency, and we were still able to claw our way back into this game, believe it or not, even though the numbers didn't match up as far as our run. And this is a play, just a bang-bang play. Boom. Still not able to get home with Ezekiel, and that penetration is nasty. And they're going to go back to saying, okay, how can we create some space? Oh, yeah, we got a guy that wears number 4 that can create that space for him. Because watch, crash upfield. All those guys get penetration and able to get these short pressures and yards for loss. But so they go open up, back up the field, decompress that box a little bit, give the ball to Dak, option route, and be able to score in. That's the last time we touched the ball on the offensive side. Believe it or not, that's the last time we touched the ball on the offensive side. Everybody know what else happened. The Cowboys showed a great fortitude of coming back in this game. And they showed a level, whereas that although they stopped the run, that we were just not able to get the ball back to our offense. I believe deep down in my heart, if the Cowboys were able to stop the LA Rams on this particular drive, that they were going to be able to move that ball back down the field. But let me know, guys. Let me know how you guys feel about the Dallas Cowboys offensive line struggles against this LA Rams team. We understand that, hey, there were no Travis Frederick out there. And one can argue if you use Pro Football Focus or if you use even Madden ratings, they have Travis Frederick as one of the highest rating guy that's on this Dallas Cowboys team. And we were able to see with our eyes, number 70 get pushed back, number 73 get pushed back all on the grass. And we saw the young 52 getting his tail whooped too. My thing is, do we need some help with left guard? I would say the best left guard on our team, the best left guard in the NFC is number 71. You kick him inside, you move set 52 to the right tackle, everything can be all forgiven. But we understand that it's all politics when it relates to the offensive line play. We already know that there's actually highlights of number 71 in 2015, mauling guys, pushing guys back, doing some crazy things out there to help this team out on their front 5. But let's listen in. I'm going to watch some of you guys' comments. Appreciate you guys for tuning in to the nation. I really do. Thank those who understand that we got to look at every film. We got to pull back the skin and figure out how we can get in, right? All right, so Heath is a bomb. This is from JB23HL. I think Heath will be okay. Chaz Green is the GOAT. This is from Martin. Man, come on, man. How you going to say that? Frederick is 97 on Madden. This is from Ivan. Yes. Or we could have used Travis Frederick, man. I think that it would have been one hell of a deal if we'd have had Travis Frederick out there, even with his experience, right? Experience win games as well. Lyle Collins is underused. Martin, I agree. Swaggy D, man, what's up, man? Appreciate you for tuning in to the nation. I would love to see Connor and Collins switch spots, like when they did Byram from safety to cornerback. I agree. Not trolling, this is a real thing, dog. Yeah, I feel you, fam. I feel you. All right, so Lance Satchel, appreciate you, man. Thank you for tuning in to the Nation. That's why we need Eric Berry. That wouldn't have happened what Heath did. Yeah, the thing is, Heath just got caught looking in the backfield, and it happened to a lot of players before. It just happened at a wrong time, as I showed you guys on the previous film. It's one of those things where he got caught looking in the backfield, and it was a 3rd and 7 play. The Dallas Cowboys actually stopped their run on the previous few plays, which was remarkable because they weren't doing that all game. They was actually able to stop that run and create that type of deal for them. But the problem was, and still is to this day, is that a lot of people are going to look at that one play from Heath and be like, dang, he should have got there. All right, so Matthew, he says, our center, yes, Travis is nasty. Meticulous Cowboy 86 needs strong penetration on the defensive line. Yes, if you guys can see how the LA Rams, and of course, we don't have a Sue. As much as we praise Antoine Barbecue Woods, he's just not a Dominican Sue. As much as we praise the other guy that was fitting in, was it Malik Collins? He's no Aaron Donald. We don't have those type of guys that you can put inside and it's going to consistently bring that type of pressure that can crash your field and make teams one-dimensional. We just don't have that. Now, Ezekiel Elliott, looking back at this play right here, you can see that he have the skill set. He have the ability. But let's be real with it, there's only one Ezekiel Elliott on this team. You don't have multiple Ezekiel Elliott's. And that's just the bottom line. Shout out to Miss Jackie. Thank you for tuning in to the Nation. Hello, Law Nation, she says, and Cowboy Nation. You guys say, hey, Miss Jackie, because she's always in this thing. Shout out to Joseph Sandberg. Appreciate you. Nick, that's on the Periscope. Appreciate you. Joe Looney was decent, but Sue was moving him like a potato bag. This is from Matthew. Yes. I mean, if you're going to say, okay, I'm going to have a game. I'm going to match up my strengths versus your strength. And then I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to give you a backup center versus an actual guy who's a Pro Bowler and all this stuff. And if you look at the total stats of Dominican Sue, of course, a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, he only had 4 sacks last year. He's not that much of a presence. No, this game will show you that the battle is won down in the trenches. And you win games by stopping the run, making teams one-dimensional. That's how you do that. Law, you need to get hired as an analyst for the Cowboys. JB23HI or L. Appreciate you, man. But you know how it goes, right? Hello, Lady J. This is from Calvin Williamson. Serge, thank you for tuning in. The whole line is bullied. Yes. And it's crazy because we've been bullied on both sides of the ball. And that's something that's not a good taste for us when you get bullied like that. For real, it's not a good taste. When you get bullied on both sides of the ball, that's just not a good deal. Especially in this playoff flavor football, you want to be able to put good tape out there. But you can look back at the Colts game, you can look at some parts of the Panthers game, and you can look some parts of the Tennessee game where we got bullied in the inside. That's just how it goes. So I can say this, if, and I'm saying a big if Travis Frederick come back at 90% or even at 85%, man, you will find those creases into the inside. You won't see that type of play where Ezekiel Elliott is running for his life. You guys remember the old clippings and the old tapes of Tony Romo running for his life when that offensive line was just horrible? You guys remember that? That was similar. Ezekiel Elliott was running for his life. He was not able to have a clear running lane at all. They exploded, flew out to the ball, collapsed the pocket, and that's crazy for us to know that on both sides of the ball we're getting our what whooped, but we only lost by 8 points. That goes back to what all we saying all throughout our whole entire lives about football. Football is a game of what? Inches? And all it takes is 1 or 2 plays to change the whole outcome. That's how crazy it is, Cowboy Nation. Let me read some more of you guys' comments. Really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Can't bear to watch this anymore. This is from Derek. Man, can you imagine? Derek, trust me, I couldn't bear to create this clip, chopping these clips together of all of the runs. And I was looking at it like, oh man, spilled opportunity. Yes, it's spilled milk now. But now this is what happened. I'm going to go back to the Apollo Creed 2 movie. You guys remember that movie, right? For those who watched the movie, the young Creed kid got his butt whooped. That big German, whatever, Russian, whoever he was, he beat him down. I couldn't even bear to watch it. He getting beat down so much. And his mom, his old lady, and a few of his people was like, look, don't fight this guy again. You'll end up like your daddy. We'll put you in the coffin. We're going to put you 6 feet deep if you try to fight that guy again. He's just bigger and better than you. But he had to understand that he had to get back in that ring because he said, this is something that I love to do. So as Cowboys fans, as Cowboys, we wanting the best for the Cowboys nation on both sides of the ball. We understand we need help inside. We need a healthy Travis Frederick. We need somebody that can penetrate and get upfield on the defensive side of the ball. And we got to get back in that ring because this is what we love. We got to continue to fight. We got to continue to throw those blows. A prize fighter, even when he was down, he's still swinging. He's still swinging. He don't have a chance. He don't have a flying chance in this world to continue to fight, but he's still swinging. And that's what we got to do. We got to look at this film. We got to digest it. And we got to say to ourselves, how can we better our best into the inside? How can we free up Ezekiel Elliott? He got too much talent, man. He got too much talent to be wasted like this on this particular team. We got to figure out ways to get him open. We got to figure out ways to get him an extra help as it relates to a spell back, a split back. I like the Elijah Holyfield. I like the other scat backs. Maybe a Duke Johnson, somebody that can complement Ezekiel Elliott. Or I like the other kid. His name is at the tip of my tongue. The Madison kid from Boise. There's some backs that can help out Ezekiel Elliott coming draft time. There are some guys that we can help out and put up 2-back set so the teams can fly out to one side of the ball and we can figure out ways to get the ball open to Ezekiel Elliott better. All right, so let me see what else we have here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in to the nation. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this content, let a friend, neighbor, or foe know where to go to watch Cowboys content and Cowboys news. Lewis Jimenez, what up? Eagles will win the NFC East. Remember what I said. This is from Lewis. It could be quite possible. My main thing is for us to play and take one game at a time. I think that the Eagles, they make some good moves during the offseason. They make some moves and stuff like that during the draft that you can look at and say, okay, it's formidable. It's winnable. But over the last few years, the Dallas Cowboys been right into the mix. So if it's going to be one of those things where all we need is to stay focused on the Cowboys and make those 1 or 2 moves to put us over the top. And we're close. Serge says Foles is gone. I agree. Yeah, he's gone. Old Carson Wentz, he have not yet been proven that he can play 16 games. So that's an interesting situation for them. Cowboys will get a D-Law sign, and it's going to happen, people. This is from Lance Satchel. Yeah, I agree. Anthony, appreciate you for tuning in on the Periscope. All right, let's see what else we have. Joshua, I want to see how the 240-pound running back would be behind our offensive line on the 10-yard line. Yeah, I agree. Yes. Steven says, yeah, my thing is, we were playing so far behind in this game that it was kind of hard to put the same type of running back in when you want to get similar results. I think that number 49, I think that Rod Smith, they run similar to Ezekiel Elliott. The game run, the way they run is so similar, and that's why we need a change of pace. I really think a change of pace back will help us out. But in the long run, nothing can help you better than finding somebody that can be solid on the offensive line, because nothing's going to help that play right there. Guys, look back at this play. Let's look back at this play. Man, the guy ran in the backfield better than Ezekiel Elliott because he flew out to the ball. He was right there. It was like nowhere to run, actually. Really, nowhere to run on that particular route or on that particular run inside. It's go back to this play. Penetration. It's crazy. It is flat out crazy. Let me see what we can do right here. I'm gonna show you guys this thing right here before we scoot out of here. Really, like I said, I really appreciate you guys for tuning in to the nation. See if I can pull this deal up. And we're gonna match. Let's see, we're gonna match this thing right here. Almost there. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for your patience. All right, we're gonna pull this thing around, and we're gonna show you guys what all need to be done, what all need to be transpired through this entire. Let's go. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. I'm gonna show you guys this clip as well. We're gonna flip it around, and we're gonna go back to the nightmare film. We're gonna go to the nightmare film, and you guys know what I'm talking about when I say nightmare film, right? The nightmare film is always crazy too. All right, so looking at this film, you'll see that the penetration, and I'm telling you guys, the penetration is just not there. Watch how the Rams are able to pursue, find those soft spots in the zone of the run, and able to bounce outside and still get money. This is the actual Rams when they run the rock. Boy, like a battering ram. Gets up there, watch the get off on the ball. Watch how they're able to push these guys back. You're so light inside. Look at Antoine Barbecue Woods get pushed back. Everybody get pushed back. 55 getting his hands pushed back and everything, not keeping his jersey clean. That's where the game is won, down in the trenches, down in the mighty trenches, guys. Look, right here is where you win this game. That's where you win it at. I can't show this enough. I can't say this enough. The football game is simple but yet complex. It's been around for a long time, and it's always been 11 on 11. Always been 11 on 11. Always been 11 on 11. We would love to see Ezekiel Elliott. We would love to see Rod Smith. We would love to see Jamez Olawale run the rock like this. But the way you got to run this rock and the way you got to stop that is you got to you got to put a hat on the hat. You got to have that pressure. You got to be able to do that. That's the reality of it. I hate to say it, but that's the truth. And the truth shall set you free. Push up off the ball. Guys, I can't make this stuff up. And I know for sure there's people in the chat box don't even know who the hell is the offensive lineman on the LA Rams. I mean, let's be real about it, you know. Do they have a Zach Martin? No. Do they have a Lyle Collins? No. Do they have a big number 77, a Tyron Smith? No. But they was ready to play. They was rested too, of course. But that's just how it goes, Cowboy Nation. The game, the battle is won down in the trenches. That's the reality of it. I wish I could tell you otherwise. Putting a hat on a hat. Serge says, yes, CJ Anderson ran all over us. Look at that LOS. Remember, look at that LOS. Yes, so with that being said, guys, I just want to be able to show you guys a few of these clips, and this is now on the defensive side of the ball where they were not able to get penetration. They were not able to stop that line. They were not able. They wasn't ready. We were not ready. They had the bowling ball with legs, was able to punk us down, right? But we get back at it. We go back and we review this tape. We watch until we numb about it. And we figure out, okay, who punched me? You know that old clip with, I want to say, what's the guy named? Chris Tucker. And what's his name? Jackie Chan. Rush Hour. He said, which one of y'all kicked me? Which one of y'all hit me? That's what it's supposed to be like, right? We're supposed to say, hey, which one of y'all hit us? Yes, indeed, guys. We're going to figure this thing out. We're going to have to. That's just how it goes. That's the flow and the nature of everything, right? That's been all the time that I have for right now. I really appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in to the nation. Don't forget, guys, hit that like button, share this content. Let's continue to grow this thing. Let's continue to look at this film, digest it, swallow it, make sure that we can consume it, and then next time we see it just be boo-boo, right? We say, oh, that's just old stuff, man. Now it's about the future, right? Done for, man. Appreciate you for tuning in to the nation. We're going to get back at this. We are. Trust me. It's just one of those things, right? Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's G-O. Salute. Done for, yes. Cowboys Vet 71. Yes. Appreciate you guys. All right, Cowboy Nation. We got this. Salute.